No, I'm sure.
Come look at this baby. Look at my knees. In the back.
Have an ashtray? Could I have an ashtray?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. No, I don't take the cats on a bike ride. I don't think they would like that much. Too many noises and stuff out here. You know, little girl been to a bar before. Stop. Hello, Clay. Yep, always one. There's an order of just French fries. Yes. I've never lived in California, so I have no idea. You know, based on the prices of the places to live that I've seen in California, the areas that I would like to live in, I couldn't afford it. Yes, I like the 80s. Like, for instance, LA. Oh, yeah. Like, for instance, LA and San Francisco. If you don't make $2,000 a month, forget it. I mean, if you don't make $2,000 a week living in LA or San Francisco, forget it. In the nicer areas, anyway.
My sister, no, they moved to Peace. Her husband's home 4.5 hours away.
Yeah, probably could.
Christmas Eve.
Save all the little, the rolls of film.
Well, only the weird guys. Turns out he wasn't even on bath salts. No drugs at all other than a trace ounce of pot. Weird. They say that it doesn't mean he wasn't. It just means it's nothing that was detectable. That or he just lost his mind. Either one. Oh yes, Clay, it's coming. Big problems. Wait and see. If the if the Republicans don't let Obama make some moves to fix this in the next 4 years, I predict within 2 years we're looking at a major meltdown. Worse than the last one. And then it might be Frank Taylor's homeless cast. Thank you very much. Yep, political chess. eat Taco Bell. And I would have liked to have lived down here, but even here is expensive. Like, for instance, an apartment in that building right there they showed me. Right there on the beach. $3,000. So not in my league. Well, there's a lot of cheaper areas to live in Florida, but not many with nice beaches. Yeah, $3,000 a month for that, for one in there. Which, believe it or not, before the economy crashed, I probably could have pulled that off. No more, but I could back then. Our first year in business before the economy crashed was amazing. About the same. It's on the beach. This whole area is super expensive. It's nice because it's right in the middle of everything, but very, very expensive. I'm really lucky the price I got my place at. Everybody tells me that. Yep, they are, Clay. No, I mean, I used to make $3,000 a week, $2,000 to $3,000 a week. Hello, Kilkin. Yeah, there's sound. No. Don't have it right now. It's like Social Security. I do have that, but theirs is different. No, to get a place like I have where Keoken lives, I don't even want to know what that would cost. Nice, Fox. Wish I was like that. I thought I would be before the economy crashed. want to do that here too. Guys, if you get a chance, really, you should check out before I ban him for real. Go check out Roy. He looks highly intelligent. I'm going to ban him now, but go check him out. He looks like a genius. Oh, man. Oh, New York's Anderson. I plan on visiting there again. Ouch. What, you have 2 roommates or 3? Like I said, I've been in New York. It was great, except I didn't know my way around. If I ever visit, I'm going to make Kyokan show me around, which I will be visiting again eventually. Yeah, I don't know if it's Central Park, but actually, there is a prison. I know what she's talking about. There is a prison. It was a documentary. The people in the prison had the same view from the other side of the water as the people paying $5,000 a month rent on the other side. It was kind of funny. I read about that. anyway, like I said, next time I visit, I'll make Kyokan show me around. But I'm sure they're not. Toronto, I want to go there again. Toronto is an amazing city. I was blown away. Toronto is Canada's New York, for real. Or Miami. I don't know, kind of mixed up. No, just having a couple beers. I'm going to have one more and then we're on our way. Yeah, I would love to. So I do want to visit Toronto again. Toronto is amazing. It's an amazing city. Dennis hasn't been there, and he just lives across the bay. He needs to go there. He'd blow his mind. Well, Vancouver's cool too, British, but Toronto is amazing. I haven't been to Vancouver, but Toronto blew my mind. Like I said, Dennis is just not that far away. He really should make the trip to Toronto one day. I love Canadians. Canadians are great. You know, the big problem is, though, the big problem I think Americans have with Canadians that come and visit, this is the truth. Everybody thinks Canadians don't tip well, and they don't. There's a reason. In Canada, the minimum wage is over $10 an hour, and it applies to waiters and waitresses. So they're not accustomed to tipping. So when they come here, they don't tip very much, if at all, which makes Americans hate them. Well, Fox there has been all over the world. Dennis, trust me. He's been all kinds of places. He's money bags. Yes, there are people with money. There are people with money that actually watch my cast. But yeah, a lot of people don't like Canadians because they don't tip well, and that's why, because their minimum wage is, well, I said over $10 an hour in Canada. Yeah, UK is the same way. I mean, yes, they make good money. No, I'm not saying because they make $12 an hour. I'm saying they're not used to tipping because their waitress and waiters are paid well. But that's why a lot of Americans don't like down here in Florida, you hear them constantly bitching about Canadians not tipping. But I was talking to Sherry. Remember Sherry, the bartender? She's from Canada. Now, she doesn't hate them. But here's the problem. She's from Canada, and she understands the problem. In Canada, you don't tip. Yeah, a lot of places tip included, plus they get the minimum wage, which is well over $10 an hour. Oh, well, that's why a lot of people here do. I hear the complaint all the time. They said Sherry was from Canada and a bartender here, and she was telling me about it. Well, I love the USA, but I just understand other places. Yeah, not many gratuities in Canada. Different way. No. I think you're in management though, aren't you, Dennis? Unless you're lying on your Facebook profile. But for most waiters and waitresses, their minimum pay is $3.99 an hour. Yes, Fox. It's just a different culture, very different, yeah. But here it's like $2.99 or $3.99 an hour for service industry. So they rely on your tips. Yes. You don't. You rely on tips. That's why I say that servers hate you when you don't tip. Nice, Brian. I don't even make that. Yeah, waiters and waitresses in the U.S., they depend on your tips. For real. Yep, if you don't please the customers, you're screwed, right? I don't make that per day, Brian. You're crazy. I might, Dennis, if Romney wins. So go vote for him. I'll think about it. I'm just saying it's a different culture. So that's why people don't like Canadians when they come. Oh, nice, Brian. $120 a day is almost $1,000 a week. It's not bad. Some places do, some places don't. Places that do, the bartenders do, the waitresses do pretty well. No, it's too damn cold. But then on the other hand, you move to New York and it's too damn cold. Oh, what's the temperature in New York today? Is it hotter than here? I don't know. Probably about $5. Yeah, wages are very low here. Oh, you just don't like pussies, okay. A little bit warmer than here. Pretty cool. We're only in the 80s, I think. No breeze here today. Dead still almost. It's starting to pick up a little bit now, though. You know, guys, I'm not going to have enough battery to ride you guys home. We'll go out and have some fun. I'm known as a pretty good tipper, yes. I usually tip anywhere from 25 to 50% of what I spend. We've only got 40 minutes left, so that ain't going to happen. Finish this beer, talk to you guys a few minutes, then send you home, then I'm going to head out. I saw that. We don't have that in Miami there, Dennis. I saw your thing on Facebook. I checked. We don't have that. Sucks. No, we need more batteries. Hey, yeah. Hey, Kyo, can you come to Canada? And I guarantee, I bet Foxman will show you a nice time there while you're there. Won't you there? I'm sure I checked. It's not here. It don't list Miami. And I was totally amazed by that. Because Miami is like one of the largest cities on the East Coast next to New York. What is it? Miami, Atlanta, and New York, Atlanta, Miami. Um, 2 weeks from now. Oh, I love Miami. What's funny is I only live about a quarter mile from the place that me, you, and ECD went to eat. I rode by there today, actually, on the bike. Cool there, Fox. What I don't get is, I talk to people in Canada, New Zealand, Australia, Germany, and they all got plenty of work. They're all happy, and they're all hiring people. And here, we have mass unemployment. Something is wrong with that picture. Oh, don't get me wrong, Maury girl. New York is a melting pot. It's more of a melting pot than here is. Way more. No, that's Obama being blocked, Foxman. He hasn't been able to put any kind of jobs programs in place. He has a great plan. Just can't make it happen. It's a little low. It's only 50 billion. We need about $1 trillion, but hey. Yes. In fact, Florida's run by Republicans and has one of the highest unemployment rates in the country. In fact, if you'll look at my Facebook, you'll find that every Republican state has a higher unemployment rate than the liberal states. Foxman Sean, you can check that. Every Republican state has more unemployment than the liberal states in the U.S. Every one of them. Kids raised in New York are okay. I've known a few I've known a few real New Yorkers from New York. They can be pretty cool, actually. Masses. No, I live in Miami now. Like I said, nothing wrong with New York. polls are actually showing that in the next gubernatorial election, Florida is likely to go liberal. Well, it might be because Canada has a better economy right now. So you guys bailed out everybody earlier. See, we didn't start till late. You guys invoked a jobs program and we didn't. See, when the recession started, the Republicans were in control here. I'm about 15 miles. Yes, that's because U.S. firms are too greedy. Yes, I remember that. You guys want to contract over U.S. firms in the U.S. because U.S. firms insist on making such huge profits. We do the same, except, there's an exception for kids and stuff.
And the show.
It's like one of my friends told me they didn't like the poor the other day. I won't say their name. But here's the catch to that. If you saw a woman on welfare with 7 kids with food stamps, how would you feel about that? Seriously. A woman with 7 kids on food stamps, how would you feel about that? And welfare. Not really. Let me tell you how that happened. This was my aunt, okay? My step aunt, okay? Her and her husband got married. He had a great job. He made well over $200,000 a year. They had several kids and adopted a couple more. He got cancer and he died. Okay? Now, something wrong with that? You see, you never know the story. Everybody wants to place blame and do this. But the reality is everyone has a story and you don't know that story. So don't judge people when you don't know how they ended up where they are. Why? They had plenty of money. Very little, very little. Some do, Nedrick, but the truth is that's actually rare. Well, she can work, but it would actually cost her more to work, and her kids would lose benefits. So she would be out of the home, unable to raise the kids. They would be in public assisted health daycare centers. This is years ago, while she worked for a minimum wage job. Would that be better? Yeah, so they made plenty of money. They even adopted a couple of kids to try to help out. They wanted to do their part. They made money. They had good money. Yes, she's able to work, but it's not practical. It would cost the government more money for her to work than it would for her not to work. Not to mention not being able to take care of the kids properly. One of the kids was a autistic child. needed full-time care. So, Foxman, which would you rather have? Her looking after her children at home on welfare, or her working and paying 3 times as much, and the government paying 3 times as much for child care for the kids? And she took the kids everywhere, by the way. Everywhere. So, my whole point is, don't judge if you don't know the story. You know, it's like I hear people say, it's the poor's fault they're poor. Wrong. Maybe sometimes, but most of the time it's not. They don't choose to be poor. Okay? A very good example, for real, is, I remember, I forgot. Anyway. Yes. No. No, that's good. No, I have to ride the bike home, so 3's about it. Good night, Ned. Well, like I said, you never know this. You never know the story of how somebody ended up where they're at. How far back to home? It's across the bay, probably 2 miles, 2-3 miles. Like I said, you never know the story, so never judge anybody. You don't know how they end up where they're at. Some of us make this statement that we're smart and we'll never end up like that. The truth is that me, Maury girl, Brian, Ned, any one of us, Foxman, could end up there.
Thank you.
It just takes an unfortunate series of events. That's all. Because it's yours. But yeah, you never know what's going to happen to it. You just don't know. You think you do. One of my favorite quotes, and a lot of people don't like him, is Dr. Phil. And he says, he made a quote that I saw on one of his shows one night that said, God laughs loudest when we make plans. Okay? So, what you think you're going to do may not work out that way. Smart man. But he, he said, what you think, God laughs loudest when you make plans. So anybody can end up there. So never judge anybody. When you see people out, you see somebody homeless, you see somebody poor, you see somebody that don't have anything, don't judge them because you don't know their story. I've met geniuses who lived on the streets and idiots who had lots of money in my life. And that's a fact. Geniuses that live on the streets and idiots that had lots of money. it's luck. It really is. A lot of it's luck.
What am I gonna call Charles? Charles gonna be like this every day.
Oh, I'm getting ready to leave in a minute. I'm waiting on the bill. Beers are $5 a piece, $15. Plus the gratuity, which is $2.50, which I'll add $2.50 to it, which will make $5. Make $25. No, I just had 3. I'm heading out. So I won't be able to broadcast the ride back. We don't have the battery for it. I don't care. I don't tip people according to the way they look. At all. Looks don't make a difference. Very true, Maury. Very true. We're going to send y'all home first. Unfortunately, I noticed that XSplit crashed, so it's going to take a minute for me to make it work again.